Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy K9s, giving it to you the way I always do, man. Fair and biased, raw and uncut. A lot of folk don't like it. A lot of folk is. You know what I'm saying? We got breaking news today coming from all around South Carolina. Breaking news to my brothers and sisters. Big shout out to the ones down in the chat and the brothers and sisters watching this video from afar. You know what I'm saying? This your boy K9s, giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to Greenville, dog fighting bus. We're going to Chester, dog fighting bus, and we're coming to Horry County, dirty police officer bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I told y'all about this shit 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I told y'all about this. You see, let me explain something to you. This is the reason I do my dog channel. This is the reason I do the dog channel. Because I told y'all, I only came to talk about these pit bulls to give y'all a warning. You know, these folk out here charging you with dog fighting when you get caught with drugs. You know what I'm saying? That was my purpose of telling y'all why I was coming to do these dog shows and give y'all this info out here. You know, be careful. And lo and behold, I told y'all about it 3 years ago. 3 years later, they say she goggling apples at the employee parties. Talking about goggling apples out the, what do you call them? When you stick your head in the water trying to get the apple. Goggling apples at the employee parties. You know what I'm saying? I gave it to you first, but let me take you back 3 years, and then we're going to update this shit. Check all the stuff that's going on. You know, modern day time, like I said, across South Carolina. Big shout out to everybody that's down in the chat. Everybody that rock with the bait. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Pelican Bay K9s, Cash App. You know what I'm saying? But let's go 3 years, man. And let me take y'all back to where this shit started at. And we'll go from there. Dope damn charge. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. And I was making this video to say this. We need somebody from a higher power, whether it's President Biden on down to the governor, McAllister. We need somebody to come investigate Horry County Animal Unit and Horry County Jail, J. Reuben Long Detention Center. Too many people dying unresponsive. Nobody got a reason why people are dying. People been dying in J. Reuben Long over the past 5 years with nobody having a reason why they dying. We need somebody that ain't connected to Horry County Police Department, because we have a lot of good police there. You know what I'm saying? But we have some type of corruption going on. You know what I'm saying? And see, I got to use my platform to do this. You know what I'm saying? And use my voice to do this because I see a real problem going on in my area. You know what I'm saying? If a brother fighting dogs, so be it. You know what I'm saying? When I got caught selling dope, so be it. You know what it was? I did that. You know, I can't argue about that. You know what I'm saying? But the dog shit, you know what I'm saying? It's fake. I'm talking to whoever this may be talking to. You know what I'm saying? If Sled, Feds, whoever. You know what I'm saying? The girl with the Horry County Police Department, she need to be investigated. You know what I'm saying? The girl with the Horry County Police Department need to be investigated. There's a lot of corruption going on, and it starts from her. You know what I'm saying? It starts from her. You know, and the First Amendment says I have the freedom of press, I have the freedom of speech, I have the freedom to assembly, and I have the freedom to petition. So I ain't doing nothing wrong right now. But I know one thing, you know, for the cops who are good, because every cop in Horry County ain't bad. You got great cops that do legal stuff every day and conduct their jobs the way they're supposed to conduct their jobs. And go by the book the way they're supposed to go by the book. You know? But this game ain't write the rules of the book as the game go along. This ain't that game. You know what I'm saying? You got to play a video game for that. You know? This is real life. You can't write the rules up for real life as people get caught up and writing the rules out for real life. No, we need some investigation around here. And I ain't talking about no bullshit. I'm talking about real federal investigation.
Horry County Animal Control Unit and Horry County Jail Cell Unit. J. Malone Detention Center. Real investigation. Governor McAllister, President Biden, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure they ain't connected to the Horry County Police Department. Because it won't go nowhere. And they'll try to get me. But it's corrupt stuff going on. And at the end of the day, I want to, if I'm living my American dream life free, living, not breaking no laws, going busting my ass at work, doing this, doing that, then I'll be damned. You shouldn't be cheating at work. If I can't cheat when I'm making them hamburgers, I gotta make them the way I gotta make them. If I can't cheat when I'm digging ditches, if I can't cheat when I'm on these computers pressing this code, or when I'm connecting this brother phone up at the AT&T place, I can't cheat and give him a free thing, then you can't cheat and give these brothers fake charges. You know, when you speak up for what's right, you're gonna get resistance. See, the thing is, and I gotta realize to keep in my head, you know, this pit bull thing, we got a lot of people that love pit bulls. A lot of people, millions of people that love pit bulls. But at the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna stand up for it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they might know it's right. They might feel the same way I feel, but they ain't gonna stand up for it. Now, I'm talking to the world, but I'm talking to my local dog man as well. You know what I'm saying? You see this brother get charged with 30-some counts. None of his dogs bit nobody.
Breaking news at 5, a major shakeup in Horry County following an internal affairs investigation. Interim Public Information Director Thomas Bell tells News 13 4 officers with the Horry County Police Department and the Public Information Director, Michaela Moskoff, have resigned. Well, those officers include Tory Lewis, Don Cobythan, Kelsey Manmate, and Misty Gore. Bell says HCPD recently conducted an internal investigation into the officers. Well, he says that resulted in the discovery of violations of the Code of Conduct stemming from internal personnel matters. Well, Bell also says the investigation is not related to any external criminal cases. This is a developing story. Count on News 13 for updates.
So after reading through the report, I was able to learn that the investigation stems from multiple sexual relationships within the department. On October 27th, Horry County Police Department's Office of Professional Standards were notified of an allegation of a relationship between HCPD officer Kelsey Manamite and HCPD officer Tory Lewis. This relationship was advised to be causing an unhealthy working environment due to Officer Manamite being currently married to another HCPD officer, which ultimately was found out to be true. It was also found during the investigation that Tory Lewis had also been involved in a sexual relationship with Misty Gore, who was a Spec Ops member, and Michaela Moskoff, the county PIO, whom are both currently married. It was also discovered that Kelsey Manamite had also been involved in a sexual relationship with Donald Cobythan, while also still being married to a current HCPD officer. So again, those 4 officers and Michaela Moskoff have resigned as of yesterday. And at this time, that's all of the details that I have been provided, but we'll be sure to give you more as we receive them. Live in Horry County, Gianni Peterson.
Now, let me say this, man. I told y'all a long time ago, you know, this female that was working with the Horry County Animal Control is a dirty cop. You know, when I say dirty, I mean she's not going by the rules. You know, she's not going by the rules. She's making up stuff. And I told y'all this because of the simple fact, I had 4 dogs when I got locked up. You know, I had 4 dogs. All 4 of them dogs was healthy. No scratches on neither one of the dogs. These dogs weren't scratched up like we see some of these dogs coming, and you can have a right to say they was fighting them. These dogs weren't scratched up. These dogs was healthy. 2 of them was pregnant, and which one had puppies in the dog pound a couple days later. You see, I'm gonna do some research and see what kind of what kind of lawsuits that I may be getting pulled up. Because, see, you took my dogs for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You took my dogs for nothing. You know what kind of heartache and pain and stress you caused me, bitch? Some of us brothers use these dogs for therapy. Some of us brothers use these dogs for all kind of stuff. You know, I like to have a nervous breakdown when they took my dogs. You know what I'm saying? All because of this girl right here. You know, and like I said, man, it don't stop. It don't stop. They not the only ones. You know what I'm saying? They not the only ones. And like I said in that video, it need to be some investigation going on in Jerry Malone Detention Center as well. Because there's too many people passing away without any answers. You know what I'm saying? Too many people, man. Something's going down, or either there's some kind of virus in that place, they need to be shut down. Something's going down, you know? But at the end of the day, let's talk about this, man. We got a female ex-cop, you know what I'm saying, making allegations against people all across Conway, all through Horry County. And you taking people dogs for nothing. You putting these charges on people for nothing. She told me that my grandmama will be charged with dog fighting because my dogs was over there at the time. She told me that she would be charged with dog fighting if I didn't sign my dogs over. Dirty cop. Because I tell you, I was arrested for drugs. Them drug police didn't care about no dogs. Because they didn't see nothing wrong with the dogs. She came. You know, she was the only one from her department that came. And being that she know I'm down, she gonna go try to kick me while I'm down, right? So now I'm doing the kicking. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the kicking now. So word in the street is, they get everybody dogs, they take them out there to that farm where her and her husband live at. They pick which ones they want, they take them out there to the farm. You know, a lot of the animals. To the brother that kept getting his dogs rated on 905. You know, kept getting his dogs rated on 905. Do some investigating work, my brother. This bitch is dirty. My brother who had hound dogs. Do your investigation work because this bitch is dirty. You know? And it's just coming out in the open now, man. And we not about to sit around and act like she didn't do us dirty. You know what I'm saying? They try to say the investigation is not involving stuff that went on in streets and things on the criminal behalf, but that's just because they don't know it. You know, they don't know it. This bitch is everywhere doing illegal stuff. Sucking dick at the employee parties and coming out here trying to railroad us with some fake charges and making up laws and all kind of stuff. Is this the kind of police that y'all swearing in to come protect the public? You know what I'm saying? Is this what we got to rely on for protection? Somebody please tell me. Somebody please tell me. Like I said, man, we ain't just doing this dog talk for nothing. We ain't up here talking for our health. We give y'all brothers real deal Holyfield shit. It's just whether you feel like believing it or not. It's up to you. It ain't my thing to force it on you. You know, I'm just telling brothers how it's going down out here, man. And in Horry County, there's a person that has been, I'm gonna say it like this. She is the reason a lot of people don't have their loved ones. A lot of people don't have their dogs. You know what I'm saying? More needs to happen to her outside of her resigning. See, resigning, when you resign from the force, it allows you to keep all your credentials, right? I could be wrong, but when you resign, it allows you to keep your credentials or whatever, you know, whatever you got going on. And like I said, I could be wrong. But that girl, Misty, she did a whole lot more than what y'all got her charged with or accusing her of. She did a whole lot more than that to the city of Conway, man. Everybody know that girl. You see, in order for these folk to understand and to hear me and know I'm speaking real talk, you know, because we have all kind of people from Horry County, you know what I'm saying, that may be looking, police officers, these kind of people, that kind of people. Let me say this, man. I've been in Conway. I did my thing a long time in this city. I've seen a lot of police officers from Randolph to Officer Shillings, the Brother Sessions to Brother Scott, all kind of police officers, great police officers for what they was doing. They didn't do anything illegal, you know, didn't do anything illegal. Real police work. So if you broke a crime, you know what you did and you was expecting to go to jail because they didn't bring no fake and fugazi against you. That department that's surrounding that girl is far from the old Horry County Police Department. You know, that's not the stuff us as hustlers, when I came up hustling, them ain't the kind of police, you know, we was dealing with. We was dealing with legitimate police. Tuesdays and Thursdays, watch for the sweep. Ride through with the door cracked open. All the way down the block, door cracked open. You know, real police that made cases, that made real investigations that, you know, this shit here can't, this shit can't stand. You know how many people on probation, how many people lost their rights, how many people are felons because of this woman. And the thing is, if you see corruption on one end, or what y'all gonna say? Oh, she was corrupt over here, or she was doing bad over here, but we gonna let all this right here go. We gonna let all this right here go. She did good with this, but she did bad over here. Nah, man, the poison apple, the bad apple tainted the whole basket. This is the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Tainted the whole basket. But like I said, man, I'm just the one to give you this news. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why this bitch over here making fake charges, you know what I'm saying? Making fake charges on brothers and sisters out here about these dogs. We got brothers who passed away now, who not even here no more, that she made fake charges and took their dogs and all kind of stuff for. You know how serious people take it when you take their dog? Year after year, you take care of these animals. Year after year, you gotta treat these animals like your family. Or else they will lock you up, pretty much. But when you go through all this and you build bonds with these animals just for a crooked ass cop to come take your shit. I told y'all a while back. How in the hell they gonna charge me with dog fighting, take 4 dogs and leave 2 dogs? How you gonna leave 2 dogs on the yard because one of my family members say they was their dog? Keyword, family member. Keyword, might be lying for me. Keywords, those might be my best dogs. How can you leave them 2 dogs and take the 4? Corruption. Corruption. If you're gonna take anything, you should have took all 6. You can't take these 2 and say these right here not for fighting, but these right here is, and this a red nose and a white pit bull. And truthfully, I may say that the pit bulls that they took was a little bit healthier than the ones they left. But how can you do it, man? How can you pick and choose? You know? It's like saying, okay, we coming to do a weed bust. We coming to bust you for marijuana, but we ain't gonna take the ones you bought out the store. We're not gonna take the medical marijuana. We just gonna take the marijuana that you bought from around the corner over there from old boy, or you bought from old sis over there. You know, we just gonna take that weed. We ain't gonna take the ones that you said is medical marijuana, or you got them from a dispensary. We're not gonna take that because that's all good. Come on, get real, man. Get the fuck real. You know, and that's why I asked where I ass at now. All that wrong. God don't like ugly, Misty. God don't like ugly. And now you caught fucking out here on the job. And Mr. Go about to leave your ass. Good rights for what it is, alimony, divorce, this and all that other shit. Send the money his way because you did wrong today, Missy. Yes, sir, you did wrong. Send that money to that brother away. Your ass is grass. You know what I'm saying? Caught red-handed. See, them police fire you, and they put it out there what you did. They ain't lock you up. They ain't do none of that crazy stuff. Your punishment coming at home, bitch. Your punishment coming at home. When you walk through that damn door, and that man know you been in there going to work sucking dick, going to work getting fucked, going to work bending over, going to work bobbling apples out the pail. You know what I'm saying? An apple bobber. That's what I call you, an apple bobber. I bet you won't fuck with nobody else, dogs, Missy. No, you won't. Hell, you was gonna be happy to get back in the house. I'm telling you right now, if it was me, I'd have left your motherfucking ass. Take whatever money I could take from your ass, kick your ass to the curb. I get another one twice as better as you that's gonna keep it real with me, and I ain't gotta worry about it going to work cheap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about it going to work getting plugged. Oh, you wondering why she doing so much overtime? Hey, brother, you worrying about why she doing so much overtime? Now you see why she was doing so much overtime. You know what I'm saying? Now you see it. And that's the thing. She fucking with a man who already married. See, that woman that worked there, she got the right to beat your ass. You fucking up. You fucking your co-worker's husband. Ain't that some shit, fellas, ladies? Fucking her co-worker's husband. And then when her co-worker come in there with her husband all hugged up, just say for instance, her co-worker come to work with her husband that day, you know, and they hugged all up, then Missy get mad. She come out here and fuck with us out here in the streets because her little fling in there with his wife. So she come out here and take all her anger out on us in the streets. Take all our dogs, make fake dog fighting charges up. I tell you what, if they ever ask me to go to court on her, I'll testify on her ass. She doing illegal shit. You know, plain out and simple, man. Plain out and simple. Call it what the hell you want. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Took my man dogs out there in the country, out there in North Myrtle Beach, took him dogs and gave him talking about dangerous dogs to attack people or some bullshit. Making up charges. I hate that it took 3 years for them folk to see it, but it's better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Better late than never. We ain't got to deal with that bullshit no more. Send her ass to California or somewhere like that. She won't go down in history over here for being one of them lawmen that brothers speak about, you know, well-known lawmen that changed the game for whoever was hustling throughout that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying about the brothers earlier, Randolph. Randolph was known to chase a brother down. When he first came, he was known to be one of the fastest police around, whether he was or whether he wasn't. He had that reputation. So if you got away from him, you had to have them feet. You had to be fast on them feet. You know what I'm saying? Different era, man. Different era. When police did police work. You know where you heard it from first, man. We ain't done with it, but we just gonna move on to the other stuff that's going on here in South Carolina, man. We got dog fighting in Greenville, dog fighting in Chester. What we gonna do? We gonna go to the Greenville first, man. We're going to the Greenville first, and like I told y'all, matter of fact, I say South Carolina it's a war right now against dog fighting with the South Carolina government and the dog fighters. Listen here, man. In the last month, South Carolina had more dog fighting busts than I reported on any state in the past 5 years put together. If you take every single state that had dog fighting busts over the past 5 years, and you add up all they busts that I've been doing, whether it's Indiana, whether it's Florida, add up all Florida busts over the past 3 to 4 years that I did, right? And it still don't add up to 1 month time what been going on here in South Carolina. Now that's some bad stuff there, man. That's some bad stuff, but we about to go to Greenville where it's going down. I want to say 4 dogs were seized in this particular situation, and it never fails. It never fails, brothers. Guns, drugs, dogs don't mix. Guns, drugs, dogs Never gonna mix. Let's get into it.
In Greenville County, the sheriff's office arrested a man for dogfighting. This is new today. Zachary Miller faces several charges. Deputies say they started investigating back in October after getting a complaint. They searched a property along South Artillery Court in Piedmont, and that's where they say they found 4 dogs with obvious signs of dogfighting injuries. And these are some photos of the dogs on that property. Deputies say the dogs were also being bred. They were taken from that property, and they're now getting medical care they need.
Now, let's go to Chester County, South Carolina, where we got 47 dogs seized, 4 brothers locked up for dog fighting and drug charges or whatever. I'm gonna give you this article, and like I said, man, I just report the news. You know what I'm saying? I just report the news, and for the last month, South Carolina is straight up got something going on. Now I told y'all last year, you know, why your boy DJ Dynamite, the fake welcome all, he want to get up here and talk. I told y'all his boy Ed Mutry, open sled case. He part of all this shit too. That's his kennel partner. He part of all this shit. Y'all gonna start listening to what I tell y'all when it comes to South Carolina politics out here. You want to troll, you want to talk this, you want to talk that, but when it comes to the real, you don't want it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it. Straight up dog fighting, bust, box, dogs, scratched up, this and that, drugs, everything. But you want to scream Pelican Bay name. Scream Pelican Bay this, scream Pelican Bay that. But you don't want to talk about that open sled case your boy Ed Mutry got. Now, Dynamite, let's talk about this. All the boys from Santee, all them Georgetown boys and all that type of shit, they say Ed been working for them folk. They say Ed been working for them folk. So, like I said though, I'm just here to give brothers this dog news, this dog talk. You know what I'm saying? Just here to give them that dog talk and that dog news. So what we're about to do, we're gonna check Ed out too before we over with. We're gonna check Ed out, but first, we're going to Chester County, man, so we can get this dog fighting bust that just happened over the past few hours, yesterday rather. You know what I'm saying? Go to Chester County, and then we're gonna get back into this dog talk, man. It's your boy PBK9s, you know where you got it from first. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut, like nobody else ain't doing it. Let's get into it.
The hurt and alone. 47 dogs, puppies rescued from alleged dogfighting operation in Chester County, South Carolina. 47 dogs and puppies were rescued from 3 properties suspected of dogfighting in Chester and Lancaster counties this week. Authorities served search and seizure warrants simultaneously on 3 properties early in the morning November 5. On each property, Humane World for Animals responders were greeted by a scene of scarred, injured, and underweight dogs with wagging tails, most of whom were on heavy chains with plastic barrels or makeshift structures as their only source of shelter. Veterinarians noted that multiple dogs on each property were suffering from infected puncture wounds consistent with dogfighting. Most of the dogs were found to be severely underweight and infested with fleas, and many were suffering from painful, severe dental disease. Dogfighting paraphernalia was identified on the properties, including treadmills and what appeared to be a broken-down fighting pit. A severely underweight mother dog and 3 nursing puppies were also found in a filthy, feces-caked hutch. It's haunting to see so many dogs, injured, covered in scars, and clearly in need of veterinary attention, just stuck on the end of a heavy chain. They looked hurt and alone, said Janelle Gregory, South Carolina State Director, Humane World for Animals. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division charged the following individuals in connection. Deara Charles Talford was charged with 7 counts of animal fighting or baiting, 2 counts of ill treatment of animals, criminal conspiracy, possession of a firearm, and possession of a weapon. During a violent crime, 2 counts of trafficking in cocaine, 10 grams or more but less than 28 grams. Third offense, distribution of cocaine base. Third offense, and other related drug charges. Devin Dashad Mobley was charged with 10 counts of animal fighting or baiting, ill treatment of animals, criminal conspiracy, and a related drug charge. Zion Demir Hairston was charged with 10 counts of animal fighting or baiting and criminal conspiracy. Nikos Kendrell Little was charged with 8 counts of animal fighting or baiting, criminal conspiracy, and ill treatment of animals. Talford and Mobley were booked into the Chester County Detention Center. Little and Hairston were booked into the Lancaster County Detention Center. Sheriff Max Dorsey tells Queen City News that it's quite often officials are conducting drug investigations and then learn about an animal fighting element, and vice versa. Horrific conditions. Conditions where these animals were obviously being trained to fight. And that's just abusive, and it's something that we take very seriously here in South Carolina. Our governor, Henry McMaster, has made it a top priority, Sheriff Dorsey said. Investigators also seized guns and large amounts of cocaine. This was an ongoing investigation that had been going on for some time. Obviously, we want to react as quickly as possible and get those animals in a safe environment, take those drugs and guns off the streets, Sheriff Dorsey said. The dogs were male and female pit bull mixes. Officials say they were held in place by a heavy logging chain and had visible scars on their faces and legs, consistent with scarring from dogfighting. Reports show most of them were underweight and infested with fleas. The video shows the dogs living without food and drinking dirty water. Agents claim that their living conditions do not meet state requirements. Overall, I think we've done 9 different dogfighting properties in 2025, said Humane World for Animals case investigator Manuel Flores. He was on site Wednesday to help get the dogs to safety. I wouldn't say that it's average, but we do know that there's a lot of game yards out there. Whether it's really the dogfighting or cockfighting, they're out there. And it just depends on if law enforcement knows about them, Flores said. Every dog was saved. Flores says the dogs will undergo more thorough examinations and rehabilitation before being rehomed. We're just trying to provide the support so that we can assist law enforcement officers to take on these properties, Flores said.
I want to send a big shout out, man, to everybody that's rocking with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my man Guy. I appreciate you copping the book from me, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoy it. You know, just trying to do my thing out here, man. Just trying to do my thing out here. But the thing is, man, you know, I'm making some changes in my dog program over the next few months. You know what I'm saying? I'm making some changes, man, because at the end of the day, I see it's a lot of bullshit going on out here in this dog game. This ain't type shit I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit, a lot of bullshit that I ain't used to, and I ain't about to start making myself used to it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know how I'm getting down with my dogs, and like I said, a pedigree don't make me. I make the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Once everybody know that, then you know where I stand at with it. You know what I'm saying? You know where I stand at with it, man. It's your boy PB K9s giving it to you. Like I said, fair and biased, raw and uncut. Had the Chester dog fighting bus, the Greenville dog fighting bus, and the Horry County dog fighting bus. Old rugged ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Old rugged ass bitch, you ain't got no job now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with nobody about no dogs now, bitch. You know, hey, I tell you what, boy, look here. And that's the least of our problems. Like I said, ain't no telling what the man at home doing. Talking all kind of shit. Get your dirty ass up out my house, bitch. And go back to your damn family. Take your dirty ass back to your family. I can call you dirty when you're goggling apples, when you're bobbling apples at work. Go home. She just like Supreme Excellence. You know, just like Supreme Excellence, bitch. Just like his old lady. Remember I told y'all when he go home with his old lady, Supreme, he smelling unfamiliar sex and old rubbers, just like the man that Misty was dating. When she go home, he smelling unfamiliar sex and old rubbers. You know, and bobbling all them apples, leave your breath a little tart. Hey, this is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, PB K9s, man, giving it to my brothers, fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. You know, hope everybody, you know, having had a great Friday, having a great Saturday thus far. Hope everybody have a safe weekend, man. Safe weekend. Don't worry about the haters. The haters come down a dozen. They can't do shit to stop nothing. They can't even do shit to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy PB K9s, and I'm out.
You can't do that. You can't feed the dog out of the pans.
Ma'am, that's against health code. Please stop.
It's fine. He eats like this at home all the time. It's
a huge deal here. This is for guests.
You can't do that. You can't feed the dog out of the pans.
Ma'am, that's against health code. Please stop.
It's fine. He eats like this at home all the time.
It's a huge deal here. This is for guests.
You can't do that. You can't feed the dog out of the pans.
Ma'am, that's against health code. Please stop.
It's fine. He eats like this at home all the time.
It's a huge deal here. This is for guests.